Welcome to Market of the Moment. I'm Don Chakowski, Director of Channel Sales for Fidelity National Title.
And I'm Jill Wicker, Sales Executive with Fidelity National Title.
So you know who you're not? You're not Sharon Terhune.
I know.
And so we let Sharon have a day off today. You know, we don't try to do that very often, but we're going to let her sneak out and do all the other things in the world today. But we appreciate her, and you're going to have to use her tagline at the end. You're going to have to use the chow at the end when we're done wrapping all this up.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pressure's on.
Pressure's on.
I think I can do it.
So for those of you that don't know Jill is on our sales team, and she is one of our amazing sales executives, easy for me to say, up in the Scottsdale area. And so Jill and I have been working on a project for the last few weeks, and Sharon kind of tasked us all with working on a different kind of project to bring some value to the real estate community. You want to tell a little bit about our project and what we have come up with?
Yes, so Don and I have come up with this amazing session in September called Prospecting Blueprint. And what we're doing is we are focusing on the 4 different types of prospecting that agents can do to grow their business.
Yeah, and it's really neat. And like as we put this idea together, I just thought it was so neat because I'm a little passionate about prospecting, and I love going out there and discovering and figuring out different ways to grow your business. But we're not all the same, right? We all don't want to communicate to our client base the same. We don't want to all have the conversations with our prospective clients in the same way. So by talking about, we've got some people, and I'm one of the people, who are a little crazy about phone prospecting, right?
You are?
So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Don.
yeah, I know. A little crazy about that. Like I tell people all the time, I've got a sickness when it comes to hitting the phone. So, but we've got a great panel that's going to be talking about how to, what their best practices are for getting on the phone, getting connected with potential buyers and sellers, and then how to convert those into transactions. So we're excited about that one. For other folks, they like to work within their sphere, and they want to take that sphere and figure out how to capture more and more interactions out of that. And so we've got another great panel that's going to speak just about that, and which is really neat, and really like the way that they do their client appreciation events and the way that they dig in with those folks that are already in their database. Then there's others who are really excited about social media. And we know that social media has been one of the fastest ways for us to get out and deliver messaging to people. And so we're excited to have a great social media panel. And really with our social media panel, I'm excited because the 3 panelists are very different. It's Mindy Jones, Shannon Gillette, and Alexander Pruitt. And so they're very different in the way that they attack that their social media and the messaging that they put out there. So it's going to be really neat where even within that discipline, there's the different ways to talk about it. And then lastly, farming. And so when we look at farming, there's different ways to do farming as well. But we're going to have 2 folks that are doing a lot of geographic farming, and one who's doing like their own kind of farming within their sphere and all that, the way that they're planting seeds and doing all that kind of stuff in that group. So it's going to be really neat. So we've got Janine Igliani, Kenny Klaus, and Melissa Dirks, who are going to be our panelists for that. We have an amazing economist coming in to deliver an economic update. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Where are we doing all this at?
We are doing this at Desert Financial Credit Union.
Yeah, and so it's funny, we've got a great room in there, and as we were looking at the space and trying to figure out how we were going to make it all work, this is a great opportunity, and we could probably fit a good group of people in here.
Yeah.
So the downside to all of this is that we've sold it out already. And
it's sold out. It's sold out within days.
Yeah, so I think it was like 4 or 5 days that we were from the time we announced it and started promoting it, and to the time that we sold it out. And of course, we realized that there's going to be a few people that don't make it, so we even included that into our math, and managed to still exceed that number. We already have a wait list going, and this is what I would encourage you. So while the likelihood of actually getting to the event is pretty low, we're going to be doing other events because the response to this has been so good. But we're also going to break workshops out of this as well. And so I think we're looking, through October and November, doing different workshops on each one of these disciplines, and some actually how to now go and do this yourself and how to put it all into practice. So if you get onto that wait list, those are the folks who are going to be, and of course the people who are attending are going to be invited to those workshops. So it's still a great way for you to get connected with us and be part of that. And should a seat open up, then we'd love to have you there as well.
Absolutely.
So Jill, tell me, when it comes to prospecting, what kind of I talked about, the phone for me. I enjoy that. So for you, what do you like doing for prospecting? Maybe the way you connect with agents, and what do you like to teach agents about as well?
Yeah. So for me, the social media aspect of prospecting is just phenomenal because you can reach out to an audience that's so large in such short amount of time, and it's pretty much free.
Yeah.
So you can choose to do that through your YouTube channel, through your direct farming, through your Facebook page, through Instagram. You can maybe send a sizzle video, a direct email message from a video. So for me, I think that is just an amazing way to reach out to your clients.
Yeah, and right now, as we see these new challenges in the market all the time, and Amber's going to talk to us here in a little bit, but about what's happening in the finance world, but as we see these different ebbs and flows, and right now we've had a lot more ebbs than we've had flows. That we have to be on that prospecting game, right? That we need to know how to go out and find new folks. And the last couple of years, I don't want to say it's been easy because it's been hard. It's just been different hard over the last couple of years. But now we're seeing things where getting connected with people who are in a position to buy or need to sell their homes, that it's different than it was a year and a half ago. So
absolutely. Yeah. And we have to change with those markets. And now's the perfect time to do that. And that's why we felt this panel that we put together is going to be very informative and educational for agents maybe who need to go back to basics, but then ones who are looking to incorporate something new into their activities and how to reach out to their clients. So we're super excited and proud for this.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great event. Hopefully you're able to make it. Hopefully you're already on that list, already have your ticket in hand. If not, then still get onto the RSVP list. I was just actually had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and we were talking about doing the open houses and like how many buyer leads that they're finding from open houses as well. So while that's not one of the disciplines that we're looking at on the 6th, it's still something that we should probably be following up on as well. And we've got great resources, tools, and a lot of coaching we can provide around how to hold successful open houses as well. So
absolutely.
All right. Well, we appreciate your interest, and hopefully we'll be seeing you on September 6th. In the meantime, why don't we check in with Mindy and see what's happening in the market and see what inventory is looking like and all that kind of stuff. So Mindy, what you got for us?
The old adage, what goes up must come down, has proven once again to describe gravity better than it does our local real estate market, with signs of a market correction well situated in our rearview mirror. After a short dip into a buyer's market in 2022, after a collapse in investor demand and that initial spike in interest rates, home prices have continued to rise since December as a reminder that the true drivers in this market are still supply and demand. Residents who considered making a move last year but decided to hold off as we downshifted rapidly into the fall are pleasantly surprised to find that active listing prices are about 2% higher than they were this time last year and a whopping 20% higher than they were just 2 years ago. While the balance between supply and demand places us firmly in a seller's market in most areas of the valley, the opportunity for buyers to negotiate and obtain concessions while still purchasing an appreciating asset may make this market better for buyers than even a true buyer's market ever could. Sellers are starting to get antsy as they sit on this pile of proverbial cash with some of the highest consumer debt in history, and many are wondering if they could actually afford that higher monthly mortgage payment on a better suited home for them if they paid off their high interest loans with some of that equity. Coupled with the fact that buyers are watching those sales prices tick up month after month with an inkling that waiting until interest rates drop may cost them more money on both sales price and the loss of seller concessions, there's definitely some tension brewing under the surface. As we all continue to hope for a break in these temperatures, it's going to take a little more heat to turn this real estate market from a slow simmering pot to a full rolling boil.
Thank you, Mindy, for that update. Appreciate you, as always. And now we're here to get an update with Amber with Guild Mortgage.
Hey, it's Amber Kavark with a quick market update, and I wanted to make sure that you've heard the news that at Guild Mortgage, I have some free money to give our home buyers. We recently announced our exclusive 1% down loan program, and with this program, we are able to give the buyers a non-repayable grant of up to $5,000 towards their down payment or their closing costs. And we're buying down their interest rate by 1% for the entire first year of the loan. We all know the two biggest struggles for our first-time buyers is down payment and monthly payment, and this program helps them with both. So spread the word, call your database, use this as a way to get clients excited. Now, one caveat to this program that I want to mention is it is an affordable housing program, and so it has income limitations on it. The qualifying income has to be 80% or less of our area median income. And for Maricopa County right now, that amount is $79,200. Now, don't get too in the weeds about qualifying the borrowers. Let us do that. Just use this as a way to get them excited to talk to us. And then if this program isn't right, we'll find one that is. But we're super excited. If you have any questions, please reach out.
Oh my gosh, Amber, thank you so much for the update. You know, it's funny, a couple years ago we were talking about free money. When we were talking about free money, we were talking about those sub 3% interest rates. Times have changed a little bit, but it's neat to know that there's still opportunities out there to help get people into homes. And so we appreciate your insight every week. And Mindy, thank you as well. All right, well, I think that is going to be a wrap for this episode of Market of the Moment. And, you know, we'll be excited to see Sharon back here soon. Yes. So have a great week and reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.
Ciao.